everybody here. I am just so grateful for all the hard work that went into May. Last week, we had a great call where we were able to celebrate some of the new Emerald executives and our first one-star Emerald, and Karen Aycock, and we're just so excited for all the hard work. I really love to work side by side and shoulder to shoulder with people, and as many of you know who have spoken to me, I love products. I love to talk about products. I love to talk about ingredients, and more important than talking is I love to see products working in people. And I've had so many experiences over the last 2 to 3 weeks where people have sent me emails or text messages or spoken to me on the phone about the great results that they have had with TAKA and Eterno. And I just feel like, once a month I'd like to put together a call with me and invite some of the many doctors that are involved in our business already to join me. And so that's what we're going to be planning. The second Monday of every month will be a product science call with me and invited guests that are in the medical profession to talk about these great products. But first and foremost, I want to thank you all who are on the call, and thank you for the hard work that you did in May. It's just great working with people that are sincere, that are real. And I tell people all the time, we're trying to build a real company, real ingredients, real products, real testimonials, real results, real people. And it's very fun to be working with you. I would like to think that Globallee is the Toronto Raptors of the network marketing industry. And I have loved watching these NBA finals and seeing Toronto just like shine as a team. No offense to anybody that loves Golden State, but the Toronto Raptors have just looked fantastic. And if I could model our company after a young, fresh, enthusiastic group of people, it would be the Raptors. So congratulations to all our friends in Canada. The first thing I want to do is I want to talk about Eterno. When I started working on Eterno, I was using experience that I had had many, many years ago. As many of you know on this call, I have worked in the natural product formulation business for 25 years. I formulated hundreds and hundreds of products, and I've worked with probably more than 1,000 different ingredients. And what I've appreciated in my career is when I put together different combinations of ingredients, or I use ingredients, and I see tremendous testimonials, tremendous personal results and anecdotal results that come back to me. And so over time, I have kind of learned what works. Well, it just so happened that I had 2 great experiences about a dozen years ago. One with a medical clinic in California that was a pioneer in the growth hormone injection industry, and the other was with a network marketing company that wanted me to put together a group of amino acids to help naturally promote growth hormone production. And so when I was first approached by a number of leaders in Globallee in the very beginning days about, can you put together something that is related to growth hormone, my response was, well, I would love to work on something, but I'm not a big believer of trying to superimpose actual GH into the body. I believe that is an industry and a targeted market best left to medical professionals, not the network marketing community. And so I went back to the natural ingredients that I've used in the past, and I started to look at all the science that's evolved over the last number of years. And so Eterno is a combination of what I had done previously in my career, coupled with what I've learned recently in my career. And I didn't really know. I knew what happened 12 years ago, and I knew the stories that I'd heard and the results that I'd seen, but I did not know what was going to happen with this formula until I started using it myself. And for me, Eterno has turned back the clock. I feel 10 years, 15 years, maybe 20 years younger as I take Eterno. I'm getting a deep, restful sleep, and then I get up in the morning and work out. And to me, the experience of taking Eterno, having a deep, restful sleep, getting up in the morning, working out, after I work out, I apply the topical cream, and then I apply it again right after in the early afternoon. For me, the experience of using Eterno has been life-changing. I am running on a treadmill again, something that I have not done in years and years. I am working out with weights with more energy and more vigor than I have since I was in my early 30s. It has impacted every aspect of my life. I feel my waist thinning. My pant size is shrinking. I feel like it is a fantastic product. And I'm just going to briefly mention the 3 ways that Eterno works. So as we developed this product, we wanted first to use those amino acid combinations that I had used previously that I know are just very good, solid proponents to help your body naturally produce growth hormones. So they would be considered amino acid precursors to growth hormone production. So Eterno works on 3 different levels. Level number 1, support the natural production of growth hormone. Those are primarily the amino acids that you see in the formula. Level number 2 is to stop the blocking of growth hormone secretion. This is a very important part of the formula. The zinc and the magnesium and the vitamin B6 all work together to diminish 5-alpha reductase, which has a tendency, as you grow older, to build up in your body. And a lot of research and scientists believe that that blocks the point of secretion. So it could be that your body is producing growth hormone, but it's not being secreted. And so a part of the Eterno formula is to diminish the blocking of growth hormone. And we feel like that's just as important as encouraging the production. So first, it encourages the production. Second, it stops or diminishes the blocking of the secretion. And third, it creates a deep, restful sleep. The primary function for the deep, restful sleep is from the GABA. And GABA has tremendous research about improving the deep sleep and consequently improving growth hormone production during deep sleep, which is when most of the growth hormone is produced in your body in a 24-hour period. And also with melatonin as a secondary support to deep restful sleep. And so Eterno is a life-changing product. Everybody on this call should be thinking, how can I go and get 500 people in my group using Eterno? Because if you do, you will hear testimonials that are amazing. My good friend Michelle Pensivi, who hosted this call, has literally seen his gray hair turn brown again. And I don't know if it's 20% brown or 30% brown or 35% brown, but it's somewhere in that range. When you are allowing naturally produced growth hormone to get into your body, it can do phenomenal things. So for me, the big results that I see are just my more youthful energy. I have energy like I did when I was younger, and that applies to every aspect of my life. But there are other benefits people will see as well. And so I just would encourage everybody, start taking Eterno, keep a journal of how you're feeling, and make sure you activate those ingredients by working out. I'm fully convinced that if you are not working out, you're not getting the full benefit of Eterno. My wife, Nicole, was using Eterno for about 3 weeks. She loved it because she felt like she had never had a deep, restful sleep like that since before she started having children. And so for her, Eterno was life-changing, but she wasn't working out vigorously. And then a couple of weeks ago, she started going to the gym. And after her very first day, she's like, I know exactly what you're talking about. I feel like Eterno was great before, but now it is activated. It's even greater. And so my advice to everybody is go out and get people to take Eterno. Talk to them about how they're using it. Keep a journal. You will see so many different types of positive results from so many different people. You should keep track of it. So that's one of the things I wanted to do, is just kind of repeat and highlight the key selling points of Eterno. The other thing that I wanted to talk about is TAKA, because I've been drinking TAKA now for I guess, about 9 months, and it's been a really, really great product for me. As many of you have heard me say, the global functional beverage market is huge. There are many different points of data that come out about how big the market is. One point of data that I saw showed that there are 2.5 billion servings every day of some sort of a drink that gives people energy, provides stimulation, boosts the mood, picks you up. 2.5 billion servings every single day. Another study that I showed that 1 to 1.5 billion people a day are purchasing some sort of a functional beverage. Another piece of data that I recently saw is that the functional beverage market is going to reach $25 billion by the year 2020. That's next year. That's a lot of drinks. So, you know, to me, TAKA is squarely positioned in a very, very large marketplace. Everybody that you know is wanting something to make them feel healthy, curb their appetite, give them energy, give them mental clarity, help them get more done in a day. And TAKA is a perfect product for that marketplace. It is packed full of very nutritious ingredients, and really key is that it has 0 added sugar. I can guarantee you that it is the most delicious health drink in the marketplace that has 0 added sugar. And that's a huge deal. The World Health Organization just came out with a huge directive about the problem of added sugar to drinks. And one statistic that they showed was that 10% of people's calories were coming from added sugar in beverages. So think about that. That's crazy. People should not be putting that much sugar into their body. There's so many bad consequences to that. And now TAKA comes along with 0 added sugar. I can't emphasize enough how important the functionality of TAKA is because it has 0 added sugar. One of the key ingredients in TAKA is the vitamins and the minerals that are in TAKA. The National Institute of Health just has published a lot of good information on the importance of vitamins and minerals. For example, vitamin A is very important in supporting vision and the immune system. It also helps with supporting heart health. So I think about some of these stories that I hear. Martin called me again last week with some of his key leaders that are over in Europe, and he was translating from German to English so I could hear these stories, and it's unbelievable the positive results people in Europe are having with TAKA. So I look at what the National Institutes of Health publishes about some of these vitamins, and then I hear the stories from real people who are having real results, and I see the combination of what happens. So another key vitamin group I would say are the B vitamins. B vitamins are extremely important for the way your body metabolizes proteins, fats, and carbohydrates. And there is a very healthy dose of B vitamins in TAKA. So if people are drinking TAKA and they have not been getting a lot of good B vitamins in their diet, then they can get some tremendous health benefits just from the B vitamins. And another key ingredient that I'd like to talk about is the chromium. We use a very, very special type of chromium called chromium dinacosystinate, and this type of chromium has actually had clinical studies related to glucose metabolism and modulating the glucose tolerance factor. And so the chromium in TAKA could be sold strictly as a chromium drink, because the chromium in TAKA is so healthy for people. It is essential for the appetite suppression. It's essential for the hundreds and hundreds of testimonials we've heard about weight loss. So TAKA could be built as a very popular product just with that ingredient. The chromium that is in TAKA is that effective. So it is critical for your metabolism, particularly glucose metabolism, and the way your body stores carbohydrates. So that's another key element. Oregon State University published, and this is, many of you know, the Linus Pauling Institute. They are famous for their nutritional research, and they published a lot of great information on B vitamins' impact on homocysteine metabolism. And so if any of you want to go further into that, you can look it up. But it's there's just a lot of great information about the importance of B vitamins, the importance of chromium, and the way your metabolism works. And so part of the secret to TAKA is it has a very healthy and a very balanced combination of B vitamins and chromium. It also has ionic minerals, which help to support the thousands of cellular processes that occur every second of every day inside your body. And so the ionic minerals in TAKA are providing the microscopic elements that are used as cellular processes occur. And so it's a big reason why you just feel better when you drink TAKA is because of those ionic minerals. There have been companies that have grown to hundreds of millions of dollars in revenue just with ionic minerals in their product as the only key ingredient. So you could literally sell TAKA as the most delicious ionic mineral drink in the marketplace, and it could be effectively marketed like that. Ionic minerals also play a key role in absorption. So a lot of the things in TAKA that are good for your immune system, because of the ionic minerals and because of the aloe vera, can actually be absorbed into your body more effectively. Another key ingredient is the aloe vera. The aloe vera is so good for your immune system. There are special little molecular configurations on aloe vera that your immune system senses as if it's an invading virus. And so aloe vera naturally triggers an immune system response, but there is no bacteria or virus associated with the aloe. It is just the polysaccharide configurations that are the type of complex carbohydrate that's in the aloe that triggers that immune response. Another thing that's unique about aloe vera is that it can simultaneously decrease inflammation and through stimulation of macrophage, and it can increase cell growth. And most of the things, the reason that's so unique is that most of the things that are out there in science that decrease inflammation, decrease it by freezing out any cellular activity. And so to be able to decrease inflammation and increase cell growth at the same time is what a famous doctor said, that is the miracle of aloe. That is why aloe is considered nature's miracle plant, because it can do both of those things at the same time. So aloe vera is another fantastic ingredient. Again, there have been companies that have built billion-dollar empires just with aloe vera. And so TAKA could be marketed as an extremely high-quality aloe vera product. The final ingredient that I'd like to mention is the fucoidan. Fucoidan is very unique because it can do two things. It can stimulate macrophage activation, similar to the polysaccharides that are in aloe, but it can also help support the work that's being done by the chromium in glucose metabolism. And so for healthy metabolism and healthy blood sugar levels, you really have two key ingredients in the chromium and the fucoidan. The fucoidan, because of its impact on glucose metabolism, also contributes to fantastic weight loss products. In fact, there's a company out in the marketplace that has a fantastic fucoidan product, and they market their product for weight loss, and the TAKA has the same fucoidan in its formula because it's so effective. And so that is a brief synopsis of the science behind TAKA. We've been working with the marketing department to have a TAKA white paper similar to the Eterno white paper, and that should be done in the next 1 to 2 weeks. And so it's very exciting to talk about these products. But I'd just like to share at the end of the call and just say, how grateful I am for everybody that's involved in this company, from Nauder and Lamia as founders with me of the company, to all of the pioneers who originally joined with paper applications, to the people that came in January and February and March and April and have just done such a fantastic job. This industry is all about just a constant putting your best foot forward and trying to look for the positive in things. And I have learned so much from the leaders that are in Globallee, because I see all of you doing that so often, and it just makes me happy. One of the people I spoke to last week from Switzerland is named Petra. Petra joined the company on May the 6th and reached Emerald on May the 31st. So she holds the record as the fastest person to Emerald. She accomplished that in 3.5 weeks. And she is just full of excitement. And I said to her, well, Martin was translating, I said, how did you do that in 3.5 weeks? 50,000 in qualifying volume in less than a month. And she said, I just did what Lamia taught us to do, which is sponsor somebody and then work hard to help that person become a team builder and then become a team leader. And she basically produced all that excitement with 11 team leaders that she worked with and helped become team leaders in the month of May. And so I want to thank each of you for your hard work. I want to thank you for sharing these fantastic products to everybody that you know, and I feel very excited to keep working hard on the greatest products the industry has seen. So thank you, Michelle. Thank you all for being on this call tonight.
Thank you, Mark. Hey, Mark, I have many questions of people asking about intermittent fasting and TAKA. Can you touch maybe a second on this?
Yeah. Intermittent fasting is a really popular. It's a really popular phenomenon that has hit the internet, and a lot of people that are into fitness, that are personal trainers, fitness coaches, a lot of them are talking about IF. And intermittent fasting is basically a way to do a lot of good things to help your body reduce calories, increase the way it's metabolizing things, and increase growth hormone production as well. And so it's an eating pattern where you don't eat after 9 o'clock at night, and you consume no more than 50 calories between 9 o'clock at night and 1 o'clock the next day. So the basic IF regimen is a 16-8 plan. You fast for 16 hours a day. You eat for 8 hours a day. TAKA, consequently, is the perfect drink to drink while you're intermittent fasting, because if you're intermittent fasting and you drink 2 TAKA between when you wake up and 1 o'clock, you are truly not hungry. TAKA actually takes away that hunger edge that most people have a hard time with IF because they get so hungry. You drink 2 TAKA, you're truly not hungry. In fact, some days I'm not hungry until 4 o'clock in the afternoon, because TAKA is such an effective appetite suppressant when you're taking it on an empty stomach. Now, I've noticed personally that if I eat a meal and I drink a TAKA, I do not feel the same effect on the appetite suppression. But if I drink a TAKA and I have not eaten, when I wake up, my hunger goes away. And so it is really an impactful product. In fact, Giacomo up in Canada texted us a picture of, I don't even know the total. When I was there, it was like 70 pounds that he's lost. And he said that it's been even better. He's been drinking TAKA, and it has been the whole difference in his effectiveness in intermittent fasting. And so literally we have hundreds and hundreds of people that have started doing IF, drinking TAKA, and seen great results. And so to me, TAKA should be marketed as the perfect drink to drink when you're involved in intermittent fasting.
Right.